Rokk. Welcome to my channel. Today, let's help me decorate my set for Christmas. And it starts now. So, what do you think? Isn't it past time that I should have been decorating? But, you know, the holidays have a way of sneaking up on us. And I'm going to get a pair of scissors so I can cut this. I didn't want to cut this, but I couldn't find any smaller pieces. So I got my scissors here. The first thing I'm going to do is get an idea of how much of this I need for this thing here. And may have been a smarter idea if I had actually measured it first, but you know, that didn't happen. So I'm going to get an idea of how much I'm going to need for this. Alright, so I know what I'm going to need to cut. I'm going to cut this here. Probably would be a good idea to safety pin it in place. So I'm going to grab my safety pins here. And I do have a collection of them attached to here. They're not in the best condition in the world. Some of them are kind of rusty. Some of my garter belts are the flimsy plastic kind, and I have a hard time attaching them to my heavy stockings, so I have to cheat and use safety pins. It might look a little low class, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I hope this doesn't damage this at all. I wanted to try another live stream today, but if you watched the last one, you saw that for some reason the tablet chose the rear-facing camera, and obviously that didn't work. I couldn't see myself, I couldn't see the chat room or anything. I think I'm going to end up making this a premiere, that way there's still a chat room so people can talk. One good thing about using safety pins, I'll have something to hook ornaments onto. I had a hard time with the timer on this also. There's a timer for still pictures and for video, and I had the timer set for 10 seconds so that I could stand and position myself, and I had the hardest time. The timer wouldn't go off. I actually had to bring my mother in and have her press the button. And because she walks with a cane around the house, I had to make sure that she didn't trip over all the cords. Anybody with a collection of electronics knows what a tangled mess your cords can be. And there's the cord that actually attaches to this tablet's only 4 feet. So I actually had to plug a little extension cord into the power strip just so this could be connected. It has a battery, but I'm not sure. I have no idea how long the battery lasts for, and I don't know how long this decorating job is going to take. So need to get some more safety pins. Sometimes if you're using safety pins to hook up a fishnet stocking, the fishnet ends up getting tangled in the safety pin, and then you can never get the safety pin out. So you end up washing it with the safety pin in, and then the safety pins end up getting rusty. And that's not what I had in mind. So I think I'm going to have to break down and get some more. The big ones are probably best, but small ones are good too for safety pinning other items of clothing things. You know, for years I wanted a menorah so that I could have something to display to respect that holiday also, since we're in the middle of Hanukkah, or actually Hanukkah might even be over for all I know. I should be more aware, but there's just so many things going on in the house and watching the news. Speaking of the news, did you hear what that ragamuffin did in New York City? Set the Fox News Channel Christmas tree on fire. I was watching the TV late at night when it was breaking news, and I saw it happen live. Fortunately, they witnessed a guy climbing the tree and putting lighter fluid on it and having a lighter, and they caught him. And because they have these no bail laws, the guy's out already. Our city and our country is descending into an era of lawlessness. There's no respect for the law. There's no respect for the police. When they keep on defunding police departments, you see how in Seattle, they're telling people if you call 911 to police, there's going to be a waiting time and the police might not even show up. And that's especially bad in areas where they have gun control and they have no rights of self-defense to the people, because then you have no choice but to depend on the police. And if the police can't come, then what are you going to do? We don't punish our criminals. They say that you're not supposed to use the term looting. You're supposed to say smash and grab. Now they're following people home, and they're impersonating police officers, and they're beating up people trying to enter their homes. They're killing people in home invasion robberies. People can't defend themselves. People don't respect the police. That's what's happening. It's really kind of scary times we're living in. So I want to show you some of the ornaments that I have. These actually, all these ornaments that I'm hanging up are plastic. Well, most of them are plastic, so that means they're safe around pets. And I actually found these out on the street. Somebody tried to throw them out. So yesterday I washed everything thoroughly in antibacterial soap. Because I have the blue garland, I am going to be using a lot of red. I want to try to carry on a bit of a patriotic theme. And I have a lot of the hangers also. The hangers are obviously very important when you are hanging up ornaments. Grab a nice handful of them. And I guess I can set them in another empty box. This time of year, most people don't have any shortage of boxes from all the shopping that they tend to do this time of year. So let's put some red up. Some of these are glass, and I'm going to have to be extremely careful. I never grew up with glass ornaments because glass and pets don't match. This is glass. It's very beautiful, and I'm going to hope that it does never get dislodged from this. I used to have a big mirror on the side here, and I'm standing now on the backing of the mirror. It slipped and fell off the cat's food bucket, and shattered last week. So, good thing I don't believe in broken mirrors meaning bad luck. If that was the case, I'd have bad luck for the next 10 lives. I am going to start by putting a bunch of red ornaments on this see what that looks like. And I really want to use the biggest ones for this. I don't know whether I'm ultimately going to do a tree or not, because we don't have a living room like most people. We usually use the kitchen as our living room, and it's so hard to clean a kitchen enough considering all the food and stuff, so I'm seriously considering skipping the tree this year. I don't know how I could possibly clean the area where the tree would be enough. And our landlord, since he's owned the building, has never given us pest control, and I would rather have a pest control visit this place before getting any of the good Christmas decorations. So the only thing that I got out of our Foot Locker that has most of the family Christmas heirlooms was to get the Santa hat, but everything else I'm going to try to use things that I found recently. Now, another reason I want to use the biggest ornaments is because they'll show up better on the video. Oh. Sometimes when you don't have hangers, you can use tags from Greyhound, luggage tags, and you can loop ornaments around that way, and I have one stuck on there. It'd be great if I could find an ornament that did not have its thing so that I could screw it onto there, but can't find it, so I'll just... I had 2 more, maybe 3 more big ornaments. Now I guess I'm going to have to switch to the next size. Even though I'm a summer person, Christmas really is my favorite season of the year. One of these days, I want to attend SantaCon in Florida. If you haven't heard of it, every year in the middle of July, there's this big convention where people who love Santa Claus go to Florida. I'm not sure what the town is, and they wear all their Santa Claus gear, and I guess they do whatever Christmassy things you could do in the summertime. I guess they could take a page from the people in Australia, since that's their reality. I've celebrated Christmas in California before, so I know what it's like to have hot weather for Christmas. It's definitely an interesting thing. You know what? I think I'm going to use another safety pin so that that stays in a round shape. I just can't believe it. Somebody set that Christmas tree on fire. That is disgusting. That's apparently a growing thing. I was watching Tucker Carlson's program yesterday on Fox News Channel, and he said that that is a big thing, and he feels, and I'm starting to think he's right, that this trend to setting Christmas trees on fire is, it's like a terroristic threat against Christianity, which I believe is the world's largest religion. And even though I think that probably there's a lot of people, including myself, that celebrate Christmas in a secular manner, still to target Christmas is scary, and it does feel like a hate crime. You know what? I think I'm gonna shift this so that you see more of this. I like to start with one color at a time so I can then intersperse other colors with it, but I really do like the red and the blue. That way, if I have more patriotic things, it'll all go together. You know what? I need some more safety pins. Of course, these are smaller ones, so this is going to be a little bit trickier. Aren't these nice? Can you believe that somebody got rid of them? I don't know why people would throw out Christmas decorations. Unless they were bug infested or something. And I know they're not because I washed them very well. I have patience for a lot of things, but I can't abide by bugs. That's where I draw the line. I think I want to use some more safety pins here. I have some blue ornaments also. And these purple ones I don't think I'm going to use on this particular set. And this is glass, so I'm going to hope the cats don't get at it. I think I'm going to maybe move the tree, the cat tree, to a place where they can be tempted. Another thing I'm concerned about is since they keep on breaking the hydraulic door downstairs, people slam it. And every time it slams it, it shakes the whole front of the house. I'm afraid it's going to knock my tablet over because it's very precarious. I found a way to prop up the tablet. What I've been looking for, finally my mother found it amongst her Boy Scout souvenirs. I set it on this, but right now I also have a tablet on a yellow thing that is, I don't want to take it off the thing because it's mounted, but it's something that my mother bought at IKEA decades ago to sort mail. It's a yellow thing that has a few slots on it, and that's what this is propped on. So, and it holds it fairly steady. Okay, what the hell did I don't know what I grabbed this for. Okay. You know what? I think I'm going to attach this to the hook on this. this is the last of these blue ornaments. I have some teal ones also. I don't know that I really want to go teal, but I might not really have a choice. You know what? I'm going to go into the other room and I'm going to get some of those ornaments. I just did something pretty bad. I hit this, and there was glass, and I think some glass broke. Oh, okay, I do have some blue ornaments that are the right kind of blue. Okay. I hope this doesn't run too long, because I actually made plans to do something this afternoon, and I don't want to get too late to start on that. I've found so many Christmas decorations in trash cans since my family moved to this apartment, and we've been here 12 years now. It's hard to believe we've been here that long in this particular apartment. And sometimes people throw out things that are absolutely perfectly good. I can't imagine why people are so wasteful. Damn. Oh, man. I'm going to have to set those aside, because anything that's touched this floor, I would have to wash and sterilize, and obviously I'm not going to make you wait around for me to do that. But when I first got Cassie, I had no choice but to put a litter box in this floor for her to use. So, and I've never been able to afford to get this floor steam cleaned or anything, so it's not sanitary. So there's no way that I'm going to be putting decorations that have not been washed on anything once they touch this floor. Oh. Do I need to put this in? Alright, well that's alternating the way I want. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is get a plastic bag so I can put those dirty ornaments in something. I'll be back in a second. Oh, who's this? Who's my cat? You didn't get to see me try to do a turnaround with both cats. I had such a hard time. It looked like they were really gonna get into it with each other. can't do any editing on this tablet. I don't think I can. I certainly don't know how to do it. So I have no choice but to film this all the way through. And that's what I always did when I first started making videos, because it took me years to learn any kind of basic editing. And if I hadn't dumbed on the built-in editor that's in, I guess, most Windows laptops, but this device I'm using does not run Windows. So, alright, let me see if I have a hand sanitizer here. Yeah. I know nobody wants to wait around for me to actually wash my hands with soap and water. Alright. Get some more of this stuff, and then I am going to get my step stool so that I can put it other places. And make sure that everything I hang up can be in frame. Because if you can't see it, it doesn't make any sense to hang it up. And I got my push pins here. And got my dad's old hammer. You see he put rug tape on from when he used to work at Atlantic City Convention Hall. He was in the Decorators Union before he became a security guard. Yeah, I have new push pins. Isn't that convenient? Here. See where that. Oh, here it is. I have a feeling there's going to be other times when the camera shows more than this, so I guess it's okay if it's higher. So far, it doesn't look like you can even really see anything. I don't know if that even looks right. I'm going to get some red tinsel. And Tabby Boy just came in, but he ran right underneath my bed. He does not want to be. We have so many colors of tinsel garland. I have red with gold in it. I had red with silver in it. I can't find any of it right now because all of our Christmas stuff tends to be in my grow room. Wish I could find it. I know that I originally was going to use red tinsel, but the red tinsel had silver in it and the balls were gold, and I thought that seemed like it was a little bit of a clash. So, I'm going to shorten these things so it's higher up. See what I mean about using tags that you can use to make a hanger? These are absolutely from Greyhound. Oh. I think I can just hook ornaments on some of these push pins. And if you've seen my other Christmas videos, you would recognize these balls that I made myself years ago. I think the first year I went out to California, or maybe younger than that, I have some balls that go back to when I was 11. I want to save the smallest ornaments because I might want to decorate some of my plants in the grow room since they are facing the window. Not that I really want to attract attention to the window so people can look in, but I don't know that I want to give the gang members something to look at. This is glass. I'm going to have to be careful. I don't know if this is even going to be in the frame. This camera is obviously not wide angle like the clip-on webcam that I had been using. I really wish that this device came with ports so I could add a better camera to it. I mean, especially considering that it has a slot for a mini SanDisk. It's got 128 gigabytes of flash memory in it to add to the 32 gigabytes that it came with. So, and if you're filling up a device with video, you know what kind of room that takes. And this only comes with 5 gigabytes free Amazon Prime storage. And I'm not a Prime member. I'm not paying, what is it, $115 a year for the privilege of free shopping. I don't shop that much to make that kind of investment worth it. This was my very first Amazon purchase in my life. I never bought from Amazon before. Because frankly, every time I shop around looking for certain things, the prices on Amazon were not inexpensive. And why would I spend more money for something that I have to? I still want to get a real computer. Glad I could find a bunch of these hangers when I got these ornaments. I know for a fact that we have a medicine bottle full of Christmas ornaments, and they used to be out year round, and then all of a sudden I couldn't find them because there was several years where we'd never put up a Christmas tree here because the place was just too cluttered and there was no place to put it. And again, not having a living room like most people, that just meant that you had to think of another public kind of area. In my house, the kitchen seemed to be that only area that everybody could hang out in. But my family is not like most families, apparently. You know? Bell. And again, another thing that was from a Greyhound thing. You know what? I think I'm going to bring this to the grow room with some ornaments. I have a Christmas pot plant that I was told was a male, so that makes it useless, and plus the seed was from dirtweed anyway, so it wouldn't have been any good, but it got some kind of insect eating most of the lower leaves on it. But at least it's not something I have to hide. the one that I grew previously, it was before New Jersey became a fully legal state. Okay, I'm going to unplug this and very carefully carry it with me to the grow room. And I have to be very careful so that I don't accidentally touch one of the buttons to turn this thing off. If I screwed up on this, I would be really pissed off. Oh. I have to be really careful and keep this grow room door closed because Tabby Boy gets in here and he pees on things. I caught him in the hallway climbing on a plastic bag just to urinate on the contents. And the contents, I thought it was stuff that belonged to my brother. No, it turned out it was things that belonged to my mother. It was some clothes that one of her friends gave her. There's a rack here that I use to dry clothes and stuff. So I don't know if you can even see what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to hang this someplace else for a while here until I let's see. This is dripping. Not dripping, but it's still wet, so I don't want to just hang it where it's not going to get, you know, I don't want it to get anything wet. You know what? I should probably go and get that that easel thing, that thing that's supposed to mount special decorative plates. I'm going to come and get that so that I can have something to mount this on. I'll be right back. Oh, now I get to show you that thing I was telling you about that my mother got from IKEA. You see, it's supposed to be to organize mail and stuff. And I set the tablet in one of these slots, preferably a middle one. These side slots are narrower, but if you put in the front thing, the thing can tip over. And matter of fact, it started to do that on the little table I have by my bed that I always would put my computers. And my foot got caught around the cord, and the thing started to fall, but fortunately it fell forward into my lap. It didn't go onto the floor. I do not want to break this thing. So I am going to mount this on this. And I hope the people downstairs do not slam the damn door. This is